Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. You know, the 4th of July is a big holiday for all of us, but how about our furry friends? The loud noises, we have bright lights, and the heat can all pose threats to their well-being. So we have joining us right now Dr. Tracey Deiss to give us some advice to make sure that our 4th of July celebration is successful for everyone, even those with fur, right, Dr. Deiss?
That's right, Melissa. Thanks for having me.
It's so great to have you. Okay, so let's obviously talk about the heat because the 4th of July is in July, which means extreme temperatures. How do we make sure that we're protecting our pets?
It's just like humans undergoing heat stroke or heat exhaustion. We want to make sure our pets are kept safe from these hot temps. We make sure they have plenty of shade, can be kept indoors, have access to food and water, and to remember that they can overheat as quickly as 30 seconds to 1 minute. So if you notice that your pet is panting, seeming to be affected by the heat, make sure we get them indoors quickly.
Oh my goodness. Okay, 30 seconds to a minute. I can imagine that that's really dangerous, especially for those pets that are respiratory compromised, right? Like French bulldogs, Boston terriers, pugs, those little short snouts where they really can't breathe very well. Got to be very mindful. Let's also talk about the food though. We're all enjoying it. There's so many barbecues happening. Your pets want to enjoy it too. But what's safe, what's not safe? What are some definite must keep aways from our pets?
Is we want to definitely keep anything that is higher fat, the stuff we like to put on our grill. We want to keep that away from our pets. Anything out of the ordinary can cause GI inflammation. It can even cause a problem with the dog's pancreas, which can be a life-threatening medical condition. So rule of thumb is no matter how much they look at you with those cute puppy dog eyes, just do them a favor and keep the barbecues on your own plate.
Okay, all right. So keep them up, out, and away. If you got larger dogs, that their heads may be a little level to the table. Make sure they're maybe locked away from the room, right? You don't want them sneaking a couple hot dogs off of someone's plate. And like you mentioned, even if they don't develop like a pancreas issue, no one wants a sick pet during the holidays. That just ruins your celebration, right? You don't want to be dealing with a sick pooch. You want to be spending time with your family and your friends and having a good holiday, which you want to be spending time blowing up fireworks or at least watching fireworks and enjoying the beautiful spectacle. But while we might enjoy them, they can actually be really unnerving to our pets, right? They can cause anxiety with the bright lights, the noises, the smell. So give us some advice for, one, keeping pets away from the explosives, but two, also, how do we keep our pets that suffer from anxiety calm?
Yes, noise aversion is a serious medical condition, Melissa. It affects about 2 out of 3 U.S. dogs. And what we want to do first off is make an appointment before the holiday to speak to your veterinarian. Let's get some tips to keep them safe and comfortable during these noise triggers. We can also prescribe medications. I prescribe to my patients and my own pets a medication called Cilio. It's safe, it works quickly, and it's specifically for noise anxiety and noise triggers like fireworks.
Okay, great. So they can either be prescribed medication, but what also too can we do at the home? Is it best that we maybe separate them from a crowd? Because the last thing we want to is a pet to get spooked, take off running, and then end up somewhere where we can't find them or be picked up in a shelter, right? We want to make sure that we're keeping our pets safe. So give some in-home advice as well after going to see the vet for the medical directive.
Yes, we want to make sure we protect them from either injury or escape behaviors. Find them a place where they feel secure and comfortable. Maybe play relaxing music for them. Try to shelter them from the noise monster outside, the fireworks, whether that's with music, whether you put on the television for them. If they're a pet that is comfortable having other dogs around, make sure they have a buddy present. Comfort them. What we don't want to do, Melissa, is we do not want to punish or reprimand them for exhibiting noise anxiety because we know they don't have control over it, and actually reprimanding them can make it worse. So let's keep them inside. To your point, let's protect them from escape escaping during these noise triggers.
Oh, that's some great advice. Okay, because I understand maybe some people might get a little frustrated with their pet's behavior and resort to that reprimanding, like you said, but that is a no-no. We want to make sure that they're calm. I've heard people sometimes use like a utility room in their house where if the pet does tend to get a little heightened, perhaps, you know, they try to destroy things when they're scared, put them in a space where you're not too worried about them, you know, maybe defacing something, right? Like a laundry room where, you know, there's not a lot they can destroy. Put in some bedding, like you mentioned, a radio playing some calm music, maybe turn the lights off. Just make sure it's like a really calm setting and that they're away and safe. But in the event that they do happen to be in a kennel in the backyard, they escape while the owner is out, how important is identification on your pet in that regard?
It is not only important, it is vital and critical for the safe return of your pet. Having them microchipped so that animal control, animal shelter, a neighbor, anyone that picks up your pet or rescues has a way to identify them and reunite them with their owners, with you. But really the key here is to do everything in your possibility to prevent the escape from happening. Because remember, if dogs escape, they can be at risk for other problems like getting injured, getting hit by a car, and we want to protect them against all of those things.
Yeah, and that's the last thing we want to deal with too. After a great celebration with your family and friends, all of a sudden you got to go look for your dog and then you're worried about your furry family member. So it's really important that we prepare to make sure that, as mentioned, this holiday is great for not only humans, but also our pets as well. Dr. Deiss, thank you so much for all of your advice. And now we can all go forward and have a wonderful 4th of July celebration. Happy 4th to you, by the way.
Thank you, Melissa. And if any of our viewers wonder if your dog maybe experienced noise aversion, you can visit whennoisehurts.com to learn a little bit more.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Deiss. You take care.
Thank you, Melissa.
Okay, bye-bye.